Hi, so Sage. Firstly, how are you? How's the recovery going?
I'm doing great. Healing up still. I know it's only been like a little over 5 months. Just healing up, getting better, waiting for the doctors to give me the okay to start training MMA again and getting back into it.
Any idea when that might be?
I'm hoping for sometime in the beginning of next year. I'm just waiting for them to give me the all right to be able to do it. But I can't wait because when I'm ready to fight.
What were your thoughts when you watched the fight back?
I reanalyzed everything over and over. Obviously, it was kind of a different environment for me fighting in a kickboxing ring or a boxing ring instead of a cage. So that kind of threw me off a little bit. And then out there in the fight, I guess fighting a different weight class was a major thing I learned too, going up to 185. I know there's no weight cutting, but the 185 weight class is still too big for me. My frame is not for that weight class. So I learned that I'm going back down to 155, where I was undefeated, so the featherweight weight class for one.
Oh, wow. And obviously, you said the extent of the injuries was sounded pretty bad with the nerve damage. Was there any risk that you might not have been allowed to fight again?
Not telling yet. I gotta wait to see exactly how it heals up from the doctors. But no, I'm only looking at the great side of it. That I'm healing up. I'm on the road to recovery. I'm able to get back in the gym now and start doing some weights and stay in shape. And the next thing is me getting to wrestle and spar and then fight again.
So you haven't been able to train for all these months. What have you been doing for all your time? You must be lost.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so like the first month or two after I got back, and I was able to get up, walk around, walking around, doing things like that. I started trying to get back into some training, like doing some shadow boxing, but the doctors had told me I can't do that yet. I got to sit down and kind of relax, and that's the thing that's hard for me is kind of sitting back and not getting to do something, not getting to train and make myself better. That kind of, I guess, is like the toughest thing. So basically, I've been trying to think mentally what I can do to prepare the best mentally wise and study, and that's been my route. Yep.
What are the positives you've taken from it? Obviously, you're a very positive person. I believe it as well. Every cloud has a silver lining. What positives can you take away from this?
Thanks. I took a positive out when I was healing up after my surgery, and I was rethinking everything over. I have a lot of different tool sets in my arsenal that I don't use. And a lot of my main strengths and abilities I don't use, and I haven't for any of my fights. I don't know why. I guess you get used to going out there and winning a fight, and you always try to do the same thing. But I have so many things that fighters haven't really seen me do, and haven't really my strengths that are actually my true strengths that I don't do. Because sometimes I don't do it in sparring because you'll hurt your opponent and different things. So that I'm definitely gonna use those when I fight again. That's what I've been thinking about.
Obviously, Dana made a few comments after the injuries. What was your response to that, about maybe you should retire?
Well, that was some serious injuries, and I'm thinking the positive out of it. I mean, he might be saying I can retire. I took it as a compliment, him saying, and like some other people told me, that you can take it as a compliment, Sage, because for him saying that I can do other things, I can go out and do acting, I can do modeling, as someone was saying, or different things, or engineering like I was in school for, that's a really nice compliment that I don't have to fight. But the thing is, I grew up fighting, and I have a passion for that, so when I'm healed up, I want to fight and be able to do that.
Is there any cards you're looking forward to being on? Maybe like the Tokyo cards, being huge cards. One championship, maybe going to the US next year.
Oh yeah, no, that'd be awesome. Any US card would be really awesome. Tokyo is a place I've always wanted to go to. And then now that my sister's fighting, Colbey, she has her first fight for one championship this weekend, this Friday, so I just have to be on a card with her next year sometime. That'd be cool.
I was going to ask you about that. Your sister Colbey's making a one championship debut. How excited are you for her?
Oh, I'm so excited. Not only that, it's like having a family member be able to fight too at the same organization. That's the coolest thing. I think there's only one other brother and sister in the organization, or any organization that I know of. So that's pretty cool. I'm pumped.
How do you think she's going to do? What are your thoughts on her opponent? How's her training camp been?
Well, I got to watch a little bit of her opponent, and for Colbey, I think Colbey's such a great, excellent striker. She has really good jiu-jitsu too, and I think that her striking is phenomenal. So I think she's gonna go out there and she's gonna put on a show and show some amazing strikes.
Lastly, how much MMA have you been watching? Have you been keeping up the one championship? Has that been keeping you a bit busy while you haven't been able to train?
Yes, definitely. Because if you can't really be training and you're just kind of sitting around, then you got to make yourself useful. So I'm watching the fights, one championship fights, watching all the footage I can, rewatching my old fight, any fights I've had before, trying to make myself better and learn. So that's the least I can do.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much. Can't wait to see you back inside the circle.
All right, cool,
thank
thanks.
you.